At the farthest reaches of the earth, where ice covers every inch and the cold trees breathe the breath of mist, there was a remote forest called Ice Valley. A group of friendly animals lived there: rabbits, deer, squirrels, foxes, and even a wise owl. But that beautiful forest did not know peace. A ferocious wolf called Gasser had settled there, imposing his rule with force and brutality. Every day, he ordered the animals to bring him one of their own to eat. Whoever disobeyed his orders was struck by his fierce anger and punished.
We hear and obey, Master Wolf. We will bring you a hearty meal every day.
Fear was shackled to everyone's hearts, so much so that they could not raise their heads and could not sleep without burning tears streaming down their faces. One cold morning, little rabbit Roy stood up, but his heart was full of courage and reason, not fear.
My friends, how long must we live as captives of this wolf? Its power is no greater than our unity, and our intelligence is capable of breaking its fangs. I promise you, if you help me, we will put an end to it.
Some hesitated, but the look of hope in Roy's eyes awakened the courage that had died in them, so he continued saying,
We must look for a plan to eliminate the evil wolf.
They gathered secretly at the cave of the wise owl, and Roy said to them,
So we'll dig a hole in the ice so the wolf sees his reflection, thinks it's an enemy, jumps in, and drowns.
They devised a precise plan and spent the whole night digging a hole over a frozen lake. The next morning, Roy went to the wolfgaser and said in an agitated voice,
Sir, there is a larger wolf who wants to take your food and kill you.
Gasir roared and the ground shook beneath his feet, and he said in a frightening voice,
Come with me so that I can see this wolf, and I will kill him immediately.
Roy led the wolf to the deep, water-filled hole where the animals had gathered behind the hills, hidden by snow. Gasser looked into the hole and saw his own reflection in the water. He mistook it for a rival wolf. He shouted at him, and the other one shouted back. It was just an echo. He jumped at him furiously in thumb, and he sank into the freezing water, freezing, unable to get out. In a flash, a large boulder, pushed down from the hill by the bears, rolled over him, sealing the hole forever. The forest came back to life. The birds sang songs of freedom, and there was no longer fear or silence in the forest, but joy, laughter, and the sound of hope. Roy stood on a high hill and said,
My dear friends, we were weak when we parted, and strong when we came together. May the days not separate us again.
Since that day, the animals have lived in harmony and peace, sharing the warmth under the snowy trees and telling their children the story of the courage that changed their destiny.